Alright guys, so I had to call the day a little bit early. I don't know what is going on with this thing. I will plug a video here in just 1 second, but I literally had to stop working, guys. It was doing okay and then not doing okay, then not doing okay. But I'll let you listen to what it did early this morning. I don't know what it could be. Somebody mentioned yesterday in the video though that the battery sounded weak or something on startup. I didn't catch it. But whenever I went back and watched a little bit of video, you can kind of tell it was kind of, I don't know, struggling a little bit. But check this video out and I'll bring you right back. Good morning, old girl. How you doing? Ooh. You guys pick up on that just now? So yeah, I'm not sure if you can tell anything from that, but this has the, if I can find it in here, this has the bigger V8, the 6.2 liter. This also comes in a diesel version. I think it's a 6.7, but this is the 6.2. There's two versions of the V8 also this comes with. This is the bigger V8. But yeah, guys, only really on startup, it just kind of paused and then wanted to go. I don't know if it's battery or not. I will say the battery, this is a 2016 Ford F-250. The battery definitely has some corrosion on it. Bear with me here. Battery definitely has some corrosion up in here where the metal is. The terminals look okay. I checked them this morning. They all seem tight. You know, a lot of this extra stuff is for the plow and everything. Everything just seems tight, but it just does not want to go. So I don't know if maybe the battery's going bad, alternator's going bad. I don't know, maybe even the starter's got a little bit of an issue going on. I'm not sure, but I am gonna go in the house here and give my shop that I bought it at, Shoshone Ford, a call, see if they can possibly get me in tonight. It's probably, right now it's gotta be about 2:30, 3 o'clock roughly. I just told TQ, the last house we were at, I went to start it up and it was like, I mean, just, it's weird to show you. I mean, it did exactly what it did in that video. Just had that pause and then started up. So the last thing I want to do is break down either A, on a customer's property or somewhere else en route. So I just told her, I said, look, we're going home. I got to get this thing into a shop. You know, it sucks because we're so far behind right now with leak cleanups and waiting to get the dump trailer back. That's adding a little bit of stress level here also. I know it's on the way. It's not the gentleman's fault that's working on it for us. It's simply things just take time. And I put a workload onto him that he already had a full workload. And I'm very appreciative that he could put it into his schedule when he could. But just everything compounding is making for a very stressful week here. And the last thing I need is a truck to go down. We are planning on buying another truck. Probably just going to get something used, but we need that second truck just as a backup. But I guess let me show you a little bit closer. Maybe you guys can pick up a sound. I know things about trucks and mechanics and working on things, but I am not the best mechanic on the planet. I know guys that can literally listen to an engine and be like, yep, it's that, it's this, whatever. This truck just hit 107,000 or 108,000 miles. So, I mean, it's starting to get up there. And I plan on trading this truck in next year. Simply, I wanted to this year, but simply I'm waiting to see if I stay in the snowplow game. And I'll say it like this. First year, 2 years ago, whenever we restarted snowplowing back up from when we first tried it back in 14, we just weren't ready financially. So we kicked it back off 2 years ago, and we had a really successful year. Last year, we lost our behinds. Lost a ton of money. And this year is kind of like that make or break. We either stay in snow removal or we pivot to something else for the business that brings in income throughout the winter. So take a listen. I don't know, maybe you guys can pick up on something and drop all your comments, what you think. I know, oh, it's a Ford, it's a Ford. Well, listen, guys, newsflash, I've owned them all. I don't prefer Ford over Chevy or Chevy over Ford or Dodge over any of them. I've owned them all. I personally like Chevy and Ford. I'm not a big Dodge fan, but that's not knocking on anybody that has a Dodge fan. I mean, so I'm just kidding, just kidding. It's trucks, guys. We all got to mess with one another. I get it all the time also. So drop all your Ford suck, found on the road dead, you know, all that good stuff. We know. I got the same thing when I owned a Chevy. All right, so climbed up here real quick for you. Let you listen. Do notice I got some debris down here in front of the engine fan, in front of the cooling fan. Definitely need to get that out. And if you're wondering why it's so dirty under here, we have this truck fluid filmed every year before winter, and that stuff just kind of gets on everything. This is simply just oil, guys, and keeps down on the rust and helps out here with a lot of the salt and brine they put on the roads during the winter. I don't know. I don't see anything specific. I don't see any leaks. I don't even hear really anything right now that kind of would throw me off. I don't know. No lights on, nothing, no signals other than just that slow startup. So kind of hoping it might be a battery, maybe an alternator. It's kind of hard filming and not trying to bust my butt up here and looking around. Oh, right there it is. So straight underneath there is where the alternator is. So this is part of owning your own business, guys. This is part I always like to explain to folks, you know, that are working for companies, and they say, oh, you know, the boss just makes all the money and does none of the work, yada, yada, yada. And on some days it may be like that. It may appear like that. But when things break down, these things are typically not cheap things to fix, guys. I'll say it like that. So if you're working for somebody and you're looking at the boss like, oh, he's making all the money, but just understand he's taking the liability of anything at any moment breaking down, getting into a wreck, anything. I mean, anything. He's holding all the responsibility and liability, and that's why he's the owner, okay? And that's why he should make more money in the long term over the process, I guess you could say. But yeah, guys, I got to get everything unloaded here. I got to get in the house real quick. Just not going to have time to edit a video because I'm going to try to get this into the shop. Please, please, please. I'm going to call down the Shoshoni's. I'm going to also call my buddy Mike from Arrowhead and see if he can get in, and a few other buddies also that might know somebody that can get it in and at least get it checked out for me, just so I kind of know, hey, you'll be all right for a couple days. It's just a weak battery. Let's throw a new battery in it. Whatever. All right, guys, I'm not going to draw this video out anymore. As always, keep mowing, keep growing, keep making money. Stay positive, guys. Breakdowns happen. This is not the first. It will never be the last. And yeah, just keep pushing on. Let's go. All right, guys, so I actually talked with my buddy Mike out in Wooster, Ohio. He has his own shop, and he's like, hey, bring it out. I'll let my mechanic take a look at it. Ended up not even trying to call down the Shoshoni's. It's a little after 4 now, and I know they probably close at 5 or 6, so there's zero chance that I would get in there tonight. So big thank you to Mike for even having his guys take a look at it, hooking me up. But we got about an hour drive out here, so let's hop to it. I guess I'll have to fill you in on tomorrow's video, unless I get out here and, you know, we figure something out right off the rip, because I'll probably be editing this video on my phone, so there won't be any like specialty editing or anything like that. It's going to be pretty plain Jane. But yeah, guys, I'll either let you know right after this or in tomorrow's video.